Hello there. Today we're making garlic sausage. We get a lot of requests for making sausage here on the channel, so thought I'd do some more of that sausage making today. I've got a fantastic garlic sausage for you. Gonna have some basic herbs, some onion, plenty of garlic. It's gonna come out really well today. I'm using this one, using some wild hog and venison. You can use the meat you want. You can go all pork, or you can go a beef and pork, or all beef, however you want to do it. Just make sure you get those fat contents right. Got to have your fat in your sausage, or it's not going to be moist. It's not going to be flavorful. So stick around. Let me show you how we make our garlic sausage. Already got my meat chopped up, ready to go into my Weston grinder. And today we're gonna make about 16 pounds of this garlic sausage. So we're gonna go with about a half and half mixture, 7 pork, 7 venison, give us 14 pounds. I'm gonna put 2 pounds of pork fat in there with it. Make sure we got the moisture we want. Deer meat's very lean. This is from a wild hog, so it doesn't have a lot of fat in it. So I'm gonna turn this on. This is a nice little strong 1-power grinder, but it is loud. These household models aren't as quiet running as some of like the Butcher Pro Series. But we're gonna get this going, get this ground up, and we'll get right back with you as soon as I shut this noisy thing up. I've got all the deer meat done. We did all the pork already, and left that in there where you can see where this head popped loose, the locking arm. When it does, it spins over, throws it over. Not a good problem to have. Gonna send an email out to Weston and say, hey, has anybody else had this problem? Because I mean, if your finger was right there when that head flipped over, that could definitely break a finger. Small finger, chop it off. I don't know, but it flipped pretty hard. You'll be able to see it, or did see it on the video, and I'll put it in there again. But definitely not good. This thing is ground very good. It's got a lot of power. And what I've done is I'm holding this locking mechanism with one hand, feeding it with the other to make sure that it doesn't happen. As long as I do that, it's fine. I actually took the head off, or I took this top part off, turned it on with no meat in it to watch, and that arm would gradually move backwards. Gonna check reviews, see if anybody else has had that problem, or it's just something with this particular unit. But gonna finish grinding this up, being very careful, and then we'll show you how we stuff this garlic sausage. Got my fat done, and but you know, this bottom tray is full of ice. We always want to keep everything cold. So the head was in the freezer before we started. It was nice and cold to start off with. The meat was still partially frozen, and it was just not quite hard, but that way it was nice and cool and firm. And been dropping it down into ice. Once I finish a batch, it goes back into the refrigerator, so everything stays nice and cold. Now we're going to get out our mixer. We're going to put in our spices. I'll give you a list of spices so you know what all is in this garlic sausage that we're making for you today. Time to get our meat in the mixer. 7 pounds of pork, 7 pounds of venison, and 2 pounds of fat. Now, remember, the pork was kind of lean. That's why I went with a little bit more fat. But we're gonna take that, and now we're just gonna stir this up. Just go that way, then go back the other way. And you just mix this till it gets in there good. You can tell it's kind of hard to do by yourself, filming and using the mixer. But anyways, y'all get the idea. We go one direction, then we go the other direction, just to make sure our meat starts getting mixed good. And then we're gonna drop in our seasoning, 16 pounds. And I'm gonna take my basic seasoning that I use, and I'm gonna use 3/4 of a tablespoon per pound. So 16 pounds, so I have 12 tablespoons of my seasoning. I'll put that recipe down below. We're gonna mix that in. I have 2 tablespoons of onion powder. Onion powder's in, and of course this is a garlic sausage. So, and now I've got 6 tablespoons of minced garlic going in, And if you remember, my base rub, it has garlic in it. So it already has some granulated garlic in. Now we're gonna put in the fresh minced garlic. Get that in there. And get this meat mixer going and get it all mixed up. Then we'll cook up a patty and see how it tastes. Adjusted the seasons a little bit. I added 2 more tablespoons of minced garlic, a tablespoon of salt, and a tablespoon of black pepper. So we'll have those in the instructions down below, so just click show more. You'll have that. We're gonna run it through the grinder a second time, then we'll be ready to stuff it. Took my hog casings, rinsed them out, flushed them out. I've got videos on there. I don't know if I'll put it on this clip to show you, but got a lot of those on my other videos. But you just kind of fill them up like a water balloon and let the water run out the bottom, flush them, because these were packed in a saltwater brine. We'll do that. We're gonna get on the casing. I'm gonna show you how to do that and give you a close-up of that so y'all can see. But let me start putting this on there and show you how to do it. All you have to do is find the end of your casing and open it up. This is a hog intestine is what it is. Open that up. Slide it on. It's gonna be wet inside because you just flushed it out with water. And you want to make sure you got a little water on your horn up here, so make sure that's nice and wet. And then all you do is kind of start sliding it on. Not a real tough process. And there we go. There's the end. I have the meat already all the way to the end, so it's not gonna have to worry about pushing a whole lot of air up in there, but pull a loop in it. See, I got, oop, about pulled my loop out. Sometimes these guts are kind of slippery, so you can't hardly rig them, but just take the tag in. I put it in the loop. That way it will not slip out. It's in there good and tight. Now I can start making sausages. A little easier if you got somebody to help you, but very doable by yourself. Hold pressure with your left hand. And you want to fill it full, but not so full that you can't twist your links off. And after you've made a few of these, you just kind of start getting used to what the feel is. And after I've run a little bit off, all I do is I take it and I just coil it up. Start making that coil. That's why it works good if you have 2 people, then you can let it off with one hand and coil with the other, and it works a whole lot better that way, but this is gonna work. Now, we're at the bottom, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull off a little bit of this, tip it back, refill it, and just keep going from right here. If you have your sheet pan a little bit wet, it just helps that sausage kind of slide around. Doesn't give you such a hard time, but here we go. Just be careful, you get it too full, it will pop on you. And once you get through, just find the end of it, take it, put your little loop in here, pull it up tight, but if I want to make it into lengths, I just, if you like that, give my hand width, pinch it down, twist it back. So there you have it. 16 pounds of garlic sausage with wild hog and venison. You'll see this nice tray of sausage I got here. I tell you what, I love making sausage. It's a lot of fun. You know what's going in it. Hey, it's all organic. It's right out of the field in here. They haven't been fed anything you don't want them to have, so it's a natural meat. And venison and hog works out very good together. Get you a little extra fat to put in there, but a wonderful garlic sausage, garlic, wild hog, and venison sausage. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you're wondering how to cook this, it's a fresh sausage. You can take out the links, crumble it up, cook it like ground meat. You can throw it on the grill, cook it on the grill. I like to poach this, especially this garlic one, poach it in beer with some butter and onions in there. Pull it out of there, throw it on the grill, and finish it off. Great way to cook it there. But I do have a playlist. I'll put it down below so you can find my sausage playlist, see different ways I cook up some of the sausages I make. But thanks for stopping by. I always do appreciate it. Remember to share us with your friends and family. Share us on your social media. We're going to see you down the road on Texas style barbecue and cuisine. Goodbye, everybody.
How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.